Okay, you're kind of cute. Alright, let me just... all my consumables here. Doing pretty good. There are 9 items. I need some Crabbles. Okay, cool. Nice. Chain spark. No mods. The Oracle, no mods. Barrels and add-ons. I don't even think I can. Let's see. Miles can... No, I like that he's that. I like that. And then this one is... corrosive. Okay, yeah. And Val. I don't really use Val. Alright, we're gonna go chat with some folks here and see how everybody's doing.
That damn Wiley put us in an impossible situation. I'm glad those hostages can go back to their families, but I fear we played right into DeVries' hands. With that data, she could wreak more havoc than we anticipated. Look, I know the choice is yours on how you want to approach this, but it's my folk in the crosshairs. If something happens to our delegate, I don't know how I'd live with myself. If there's space by your side, I hope you'll call on me. That's all I ask. If we fail to stop DeVries, this will have dire consequences for the war and everything else. So let's not fail, huh? Oh, I see. You're here to gossip. All right, let's hear it. Who do you want to talk about? Oh, I got a lot of choice words that would have even Val covering her audio receptors. So I'll spare you most of them. I just hope we don't regret letting Azza on board. She ain't right in the head. She's damn near bloodthirsty. I'll keep my distance when I can. But I promise you, if I perceive even a hint of threat from her, I will deal with it.
Jeez.
Ain't often you see an elder solving an equation with one hand and stabbing someone in the eye with the other. So the real question is, does she get along with me? I sure hope so. I'm keen to learn about her, though I reckon she's more of an abacus than an open book. Set in her ways, methodical. And law help you if you jostle her. Seems friendly enough, if a mite guarded and a little thick-headed in his view of Auntie's choice. Regardless, I can assure you I'll treat him with the same respect I show you. Though I reckon he's seen his fair share of struggles over the years, no matter how he tries to hide it. Think he ought to ask for help when he needs it.
See how Val's doing.
Marisol Delgado has been added to the ship roster and has claimed her quarters. This unit has also been informed by Agent Delgado that she is not to be disturbed while resting unless the ship is on fire, and even then only if it nears my quarters.
Victor wasn't exactly the partner in crime I envisioned DeVries to have. Someone with a little more grit. That man back there? Reckon a tough crossword puzzle would have eventually sent him over the edge, even if we hadn't come along. I'm glad we were able to show him a little grace. DeVries obviously manipulated him into acting against his conscience. You ever wonder what might have happened if DeVries had let us in on her initial plan? Surely we wouldn't have been taken in by her rhetoric like Victor. Right? No, yeah, of course. Stupid question. It's just, I look at someone like Victor and see the trap I might have fallen into. True, but DeVries is still DeVries. She's good at deconstructing folks, uncovering their points of failure. She'd have known I had my heart set on being a hero. After Triangulum, all I wanted was to do for other colonies what Augustine had done for mine. Still do, if I'm honest. Maybe not. Past 10 years have more or less proven that out. Thanks for letting me wax for a bit. We can get back to what we were doing now. Unless there was something else you needed. Found it, huh? No. You know what? This one's on me. Shouldn't have left a line about... Something like that. Truth is, I was getting ready to toss that old thing. Guess I just wanted to listen to it one last time. See if I missed anything other than her waxing about the greater good. I don't know. Some hint of who she really was? Some sign that she could turn into someone who'd betray her own team? Sounds stupid said out loud. You know, I can't really remember what the others sounded like. Helen, Eric, Wade. I've tried recalling their voices, but there's just... nothing. Static. All these years. And the only recording I've managed to preserve is from the one person I'd rather forget. No. Burn it, launch it out the airlock, do whatever you want with it. It means nothing to me now anyway.
Oh my god, I hate to say that. Hey.
We going to kill Hierarch Ziegler soon? My knife hand's getting itchy. Who can say? There was no indication that I've seen. I've interacted with him on occasion. Seemed a decent, loyal sort. As interested as I am to hear whatever sorry explanation he has, not sure I'll be able to control my rage when I see him to ask why before I remove his spleen. Maybe I'll start with his gallbladder? No, I think it's gotta be the spleen. Such as? Nothing of much worth to tell there. I'd rather hear your story. At all cost. I like the sound of that. I hope you gutted those fools. Can't abide the unenlightened who would curtail our behavior out of their own repression. Joining the Glorious Dawn freed me of such nonsense. They gave me a completely new life. Wiped away all traces of fear and repression and replaced them with unbridled freedom. My world used to be devoid of color. Everything was gray. Now everything is vibrant, like the arterial spray of a freshly opened vein.
My god.
And I'm still not interested in discussing it.
She's up there, huh? There she is.
The hostages went home safe. We'll see if those at the peace talks make it back fine as well. May all our travails add to the equation.
Right, that was Inez. It's him. Oh, this has gotta be Muriel's. Makes Marisol. Nobody? Oh, this is just a bathroom. Alright, let's see which ones we can pick up here. We got 14 keys, cool. The auto hacker, chance on hit to scramble automatics to fight for you. Ooh. Scramble chance. Scramble chance increases with hex skills and targets electrocution stacks. Interesting. May want that because I'm about to get in all those automatic. That's pretty cool. Murder's best friend. This was. That's for like stealth. Manager's tasking hat. Enemies you hit with your attacks become marked, causing companies, companions to prioritize. That's pretty cool. Tactical trajectory defense. You truly can live in your own bubble. Tacticals that come too close will automatically be destroyed at the cost of the user's energy. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah, this is sound radius for weapons is decreased. Fire subtle explosive beacon that stick to impact. no, I don't like that. Menacing mask. May the weapons deal 10%. Okay, that's for sneaky. Scrutinizer's eyepiece. I don't have any observations, so that's not very good. Lonesome Ranger. While in combat and not attacking, gain damage every 2 seconds to your next attack, reload, or swap weapons. Gain 33% damage every 2 seconds until you next attack, reload, or swap weapons. Is that a helmet? Huh. Maybe. Okay, we're definitely gonna take this one. And I want to cycle. Oh wait, cycle up, cycle up. I think I'm gonna take this one. No, we'll just keep an eye on it because I may want something else. The auto hacker. Yeah, I'm gonna have that one. That's gonna be great. Oh, we don't want to go back to there. Okay, let's go to Free Market Station. Okay. Greater tranquility. But I want to go to Free Market first. Oh! That's cool. I was wondering what it's gonna, excuse me, what's gonna become of those. We have a little, is there a little planet up there too? Oh, I can go this way. Monastery planet. Cool. I like that kind of stuff where you slowly. Okay. Alright, let's go back to the bar. Who would want to do that? Let's take, I'm going to take Val. She's fun.
How are the informant lines treating you? Hear anything good?
Not terribly. My only field-bound compatriot is stationed at Golden Ridge. And all she repeats is endless military twaddle. Don't tell me.
I just don't get why we have to buy our own weapons from our own merchants.
We got people who can filch us better gear. Maybe a oyster. But anybody we've got out there has got better
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well. Libations or information? What's your poison?
The encampment had been razed. I'm sorry to say there were no survivors, but I believe we were able to uncover what transpired. I should add, your observations during the investigation were unexpectedly keen. Working beside you was a pleasure.
I'm surprised. Didn't know if you had it in you, especially with an Arbiter in tow. But you got what was needed. Not bad at all. I'd be happy to direct you to the broker. First, though, we've got a small issue. There's a malfunctioning lamp in the basement I need someone to take a look at. Here's a keycard to get you down there. You mind? Just trust me and go give it a look.
Angelo, I'm here tripling my fee, especially left and Cleo to get away from all the void damn paperwork, and you asked me to hold ship documents. Took my 20 plus hours first, so that we can immediately cash in the wreck. Everything left ain't worth the expenses. Sorry to disappoint. Retrieving complete Ministry. Milver Street, I remember him. He was tackling on the boat for some reason. It's record, but most of our people spotted wandering around some backwater up there. Compromising. Keeps a tight lid as public persona figures. No dead spreads in his closet. But one of our people spotted wandering around naked, basically. Noted. Leave your loyalties at the door.
Anyone had asked me, I'd have put the odds of a live arbiter finding his way into my chambers at 1 in a few trillion. Good that you didn't come here for blood, Arbiter Rao. Barney would have sniffed it out and broken you in twain. And I do disdain mopping up Protectorate corpses. My apologies. Barney is sometimes overzealous in the guarding of my body. Though, when it comes to Protectorate arbiters, it is perhaps warranted.
If you know who I am, you must know why I'm here. My mentor died under vague circumstances, and I desire any information pertaining to the specifics of her death.
Interesting. That question appears to be at odds with High Command's public statement on the matter. Losing faith in your masters?
No. But I cannot shake the sensation that something was awry with her passing. If you know something, tell me. Please.
I could get used to this kind of groveling. Your instincts are right, Arbiter. Though we don't know the specifics, I received information that your mentor's body bore signs of a fight, and a nasty one. Someone killed her.
Take it though.
I shall in time, when fewer prying ears abound.
If that's all, I think you'd best get along. I prefer not to sully my quarters with Protectorate lackeys. Live ones, anyhow.
And I prefer to limit my time with scheming blackguards. Let us take our leave from present company. Speak to me outside if you would. There's something I'd care to ask you.
Run along now. I've spent more than enough time entertaining wayward sprats.
Yeah, how about this? I recruited a Protectorate subject direct like from Bastion, middle of a Protectorate holding.
Think I'll congratulate you for risking your hide to recruit one subject? Forgive me for withholding my applause.
You're jealous of my charms.
Yeah, real jealous. So are the half-dozen AC ad execs I recruited last week. We're all just vomitous with envy.
Thanks for the help.
The role of the Arbiter typically does not require the assistance of others. We are expected to act as wholly independent entities. But I fully realize that had I not your aid today, my investigation's progress would have stalled and withered. During our investigation, I gauged your trustworthiness and did not find it wanting. What say we travel together? I think you have earned forthrightness. I came to Free Market Station to seek the true killer of my mentor, the Supreme Arbiter. Sub Rosa deals in information, and were thusly my best lead on her killer. They gave me less than I'd hoped, but it was at least a start. Unfortunately, I cannot act truly alone. I have no ship, and no support. My colleagues have accepted that her death was a natural one. Questioning an explanation of that nature is foolish, dangerous even. Nonetheless, the circumstances of her death trouble me. I cannot allow myself to accept the explanation that's been put forth without investigating to the fullest of my abilities. I do not know your allegiance, and accordingly shall not speculate. Suffice it to say, for now, that I fear the true killer is within the Protectorate. Utilizing one of our craft for independent purposes would have rendered me conspicuous. I knew Sub Rosa would offer steady transport as long as I paid their exorbitant fees, just as I knew they would collect information on my every movement. But I neither trust them nor have the funds to continue this relationship for much longer. You, on the other hand, have proven to be a capable partner. I hold my word in highest regard. Were I to pledge allegiance to you, the pact would be nigh unbreakable, barring some extreme action on your part. I will keep to my convictions in any case, but I understand. What instructions would you have me follow? Be nice. This may prove to be a challenging duty. I will listen to your words, and I shall follow your orders. I will not assail enemies of the Protectorate without your consent, though I will not like it. But if my sense of duty outpaces my willingness to comply with an order, or if you attack my brethren unprovoked, our relationship will come to an abrupt end. Excellent. I hope our working relationship is most fruitful. I'm sure we shall discover much together.
Won't argue he seems capable, but let's be mindful where his true allegiance lies.
Acknowledged. Please be advised that, statistically speaking, you are more likely to perish at an Arbiter's hands if you are alone. Goodbye.
Let us be off, Commander. Ah!
I want to look at my weapons here. So I need a barrel, an optic, barrel add-on. I need some barrels. That would be weapons store.
Tired of firearms that explode in your face? Hey, you smell gunpowder? Do you want to? Then buy one of my handy firearms. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. Feel free to go on a murderous rampage with what you buy. It's good publicity.
Heck yeah. Alright. Agatha. 10,000. But bullets explode. Oh, that sounds pretty awesome though. Barrel, shotgun barrel, sawed-off, telescopic sight, shotguns. Okay, these are all shotgun stuff. All right.
Blades, bludgeons, bombs, blunderbusses. We've got it all.
My contraptions don't explode. Hello once more. I guarantee you some of my inventions will be working soon. In the meantime, I've plenty of miscellanea for sale. Be happy to show you.
Okay, nothing fancy, just a bunch of stuff. Okay.
Buy for me,
that explode in your
please.
face? Come to not a weapons store.
This was, oh, that's like food and stuff. I'll take that. Doing pretty good everywhere.
Garment's here. Come ganderize.
If you lost it, I'm selling it.
Oh. No, I'll go this way. Oh, let's upgrade Tristan here. Okay, so he can do. Every 3 melee attacks activates his hammer grenade, dealing bonus physical damage to an area. Oh, that's cool. No, I like this one. When choosing to start a fight using dialogue, Tristan will always frighten enemies. Okay. When choosing to start a fight using dialogue, Tristan will always taunt enemies in addition. Oh, I want them to be frightened if they can. While Tristan ends or any of the company recharges. Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay. Judgment. Charges attack anything that charges a powerful blow. Massive damage. That's cool. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we gotta go to Eden for that. Okay. Looking for cards, but really that. Okay, we're doing good.
Just heard back. The higher-ups finally decided to just bury the corpse of that vigilant. Move on. Sounds like it was for the best. What the hell were we doing with a vigilant corpse?
We did good by all the folk in Golden Ridge. If we hadn't eased the pressure between the Order and the troops at Outpost Opportunity, the kettle would have blown its top eventually. Instead, the ceasefire can remain in place, and folk can sleep soundly. Thank you.
Wow.
Sure. Got someone in mind? Not only is he a couple smokes short of a pack, he's also insufferable. I try, Commander, but boy, he makes it difficult. Who knows? Could be that he could change for the better if he breaks free of that protectorate nonsense he's intoxicated with. But I won't hold my breath.
What? Sorry. Caught me lost in my upper story. Such as? There's anything worse than my former fellow protectorate subjects? It's corporate toadies. Who exactly? Niles? He's fun to torment. I mean, he's equal parts enthusiastic and naive, even with all he's gone through. I find her amusing. In a best not to torment her or she'll kill us all kind of way, which I completely respect. Of course I do. What's not to like? To envy? Her style, her lethality? Oh, she's a professional for architect's sake. I wish I'd known about her department when I was growing up. Even as a child, I know they'd have seen my potential. Tristan's a standard issue arbiter, albeit with an extra slathering of arrogance, especially when it comes to ensuring the Protectorate's inane laws are followed without question. But as long as that ridiculously large hammer of his isn't pointed in my direction, I could watch him administer justice all day. Though he'd be loath to admit it, his propensity for violence almost matches my own. Not only does she possess more heart than your standard corporatist flunky, she's a great deal smarter as well. Don't tell her I said so. Such as?
This ship is certainly quaint. The grease stains and thrice retrofitted pipes give one the thrilling impression that the ship might burst into flames at any moment. I suppose there's something charming about its lived-in nature. Nevertheless, I have availed myself of the ship's cleaning supplies. Unsightliness is an enemy as sure as any other. Certainly. I consider myself an open tome.
Quite well.
I am able to uphold justice wherever it may flag. Bolstered, of course, by your steady support. Was there more in this vein you wish to discuss? She taught me all that I know. Her teaching style was stern, but enlightening. If ever I erred, she would teach me to avoid making such a mistake in the future. Though she did not raise me from infancy, I was brought into her tutelage quite early. I spent a great deal of my life looking up to her. Her death weighs leaden on my shoulders. We must find her killer and bring them to justice, lest justice in Arcadia truly fall to ruin. Why, he is of the Matriarch's direct lineage. Only he possesses the understanding to lead us all. Someone not Matriarch ordained would bring the Protectorate to ruin. May his leadership of Arcadia last for many years. I hope someday to be party to his glorious presence. If I had one wish, it would be that he leaned less upon the Consul's guidance. The Sovereign alone knows what is best for Arcadia. Meddlers should not be abided. In every respect, save being humans, and perhaps even that is arguable in the Sentinel's case. Where arbiters uphold justice and loyalty within the Protectorate, the Sentinels operate on its fringes. They are clandestine operatives, little more than alleyway backstabbers. I find them wholly unnecessary. As you might expect, they are the Consul's pet project. Straightforward. I was trained from a young age under the tutelage of Supreme Arbiter Marthana Andros, alongside my co-protege. Only those rated most highly on the Protectorate Acumen test could be placed even among the ranks of arbiters. And to be mentored by the Supreme Arbiter herself was a great honor. Moreover, she taught her proteges to seek out evidence before judging as they saw fit, despite the fact that an arbiter needs nothing of the sort to declare something a crime. An arbiter would never abuse their power. Every action we take is on behalf of the Sovereign and upholding the Protectorate. In any other society, I could see such a scenario resulting in anarchy, but the Protectorate is Matriarch ordained. Our devotion is ironclad. As the Protectorate's most elite, we proteges needed to be able to think flexibly and adapt to situations that faced us should they require adaptation. At least, I believe that's why. Would that I could still ask her. Alas. Sneer all you like, but our society has operated in this manner for more than 100 years. Normally, arbiters do not need to prosecute, for all operate as they should. Ask, and I shall answer. Who amongst our motley assortment would you care to discuss? I find Agent Ibarra most curious. His system of values differs from my own, but not so much as I would expect. I look forward to understanding him better. He faces an interesting dilemma as an isolated member of the Earth Directorate. As do you, of course. I hope you both remain steadfast to your values. She is an endearing piece of engineering. Her continued functionality, despite her advanced age, speaks to a skilled caretaker, though she retains certain quirks. Earlier, she bumped into my head, bleating, "Please do your part to keep the incognito clean. Remove any and all foreign mineral deposits." She is an enemy combatant, and were I not in your command, I would be honor-bound to bring her low. Yet, she is also oddly Intriguing. She does not possess the scavenger's appetite of her colleagues. Perhaps if I came to know her better, I might, find techniques to use against her fellows. She is most certainly a typical Auntie's choice minion, unfortunately. Though overlooking it is immensely difficult, I shall do so to maintain positive relations with yourself. Marisol possesses a calculating resolve that has nothing to do with mathematics. Had I anything to fear from her, she would have struck already. I can work alongside her, but I shall keep my guard high nonetheless. I have absolutely no inkling whatsoever why you would choose to bring a deranged cultist aboard. Azza's kind plagued Arcadia even before the invasion. To be forced to call her colleague is almost more than I can bear. I can only hope she does not see it fit to pilot our ship into a rift to sate her own macabre ambitions. Verily, idle gossip hardly suits an arbiter anyhow.
There's little weights for you?
Marisol's something, huh? She had everyone fooled, and then she turns around, exposes Svoboda for what she is, and reveals herself to be the endpoint. What kind of name even is that? She reminds me of the serial heroes I wanted to be just like when I was a kid. I'd tell her if I thought she'd appreciate it. There's something inspiring about someone who knows exactly what they are, and entertains no nonsense. Anyway, this is me saying I think she was a good get. Much better having her in our corner than staring down the barrel of her gun, that's for certain. She's probably already got bugs listening in on us, so we ought to just stop there.
She's also, like, right there.
Sure. Got someone in mind? Not only is he a couple smokes short of a pack, he's also insufferable. I try, Commander, but boy, he makes it difficult. Who knows? Could be that he could change for the better if he breaks free of that protectorate nonsense he's intoxicated with. But I won't hold my breath.
If x is the square root of -1, and you distribute the two binomials together, then the coefficient is... Oh, sorry. Help you with something? I'm not hearing a question. Sometimes, with purpose. Don't you as well? Do you draw some moral distinction between avenging harm and nipping it in the bud beforehand? Between covert and overt means? When all is said and done, are those in your ledger any less dead than mine? Had a sense you felt that way. We'll see if situations force that to change. Some were proprietary. Often they involved forms of subtle persuasion, others more overt influence. Now and again, more direct means were required. Do you know? Let's hear it. Oh, I am a dedicated member of the Order. Beyond that, there's really little you or anyone need to hear about. Consider yourself lucky. You already know more about me than anyone else I've met in the last 20-odd years. Information free of context can be off-putting, confusing, dangerous even. if misjudged. I mentioned before I was part of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. My role there, you may recall, was head intercessor. I was tasked to influence pivotal events, to keep the solving of the equation on track. Something occurred. I needed to step off the board a while. To put it mildly, after the incident in question, seeking refuge seemed prudent. Dorado appealed to me because it was off the board but not completely remote. There I could lie low for a time, but observe. So I'd believed. Our department was shuttered shortly after Ruth Pissar took office. To avoid undue attention, I remained in hiding. Whatever's on your mind. Another crack like that, and you might just find out. Our department employed a variety of methods to obviate hindrances and threats to the Order's efforts. We were considered wardens of the grand plan, helping correct it when needed. All of us are part of the plan. We follow the path intended for us by the architect. We should, at least. Now and then, some push back against their path, but it never ends well. Corrections can take time, even delay in the solving of the equation. That's where we came in, to get things back on track in the timeliest of manners. May all our endeavors yield expected results. Yes, Commander. Happy to provide unbiased observational data. Ah, your young colleague. Competent, practical, crack shot. Saddened by his years of isolation, but also honed like me. He would be a formidable target of assassination. Oh, he seems like a nice young man, dear. You want me to say something nice, dear? He has good taste in adventure serials, I suppose. Otherwise, no redeeming qualities. She has an aptitude for killing, although it's quantity over quality with her. I'm glad she's on our side, but I'm still sleeping with my goggles on proximity alert mode. I must admit I wrote off these corporatists as shallow bit obsessed simpletons. I still do on average, but she falls far outside their norm. Her model is a design classic, and the aftermarket mods she received from Niles are most impressive. We'd be dead many times over without her. She makes me laugh more than anyone. Inquire away. I may even respond. Very well. Never minded.
Where's my safe key? Go ask Niles about. Oh, baby.
Ah, Commander. Caught me cogitating. I was just thinking about making some tweaks to Val. Hoping it'll help. You know your automechs. All of the above, more or less. Val's old in automech years, so she requires a lot of routine maintenance to prevent her hardware and systems from deteriorating further. Yep, gotta fill the hours with something, right? Most times I find working on Val relaxing, actually. Meditative. It's nice being able to identify a problem and just fix it. That's it exactly. Everything else turns into kind of a low static hum. Easier to ignore. Val saved my life after Horizon Point, and she's been saving my life every day since. Partly, I'm just glad to return the favor, even if I am just putting off the inevitable. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time, Yamri. But thanks for stopping by. Glad you stopped by. I had something I wanted to ask you.
Oh.
Now that we're out of pulping distance, are you sure about recruiting that Arbiter? That hammer's a fine piece of weaponry, sure enough. But how much can we trust the hand wielding it? Don't let the luxuriant hair and good looks fool you. Sorry, misspoke. I meant good manners. Arbiters ain't like us. Facts matter less to them than personal judgments. Once the boulder's going, someone's getting crushed. I've seen it happen more than once. What's that saying? You are the company you keep? That optimism of yours never flags nor waves, does it? Maybe you're right to give him a chance. But I'll be keeping my lamps on him, just in case things go the other way. I'm guessing you didn't come here to talk about Rao, though.
I actually
So
did.
what's on your mind?
I actually did. Alright, I talked about that. Alright, guys. This was perfect. I wanted to have a little catch up with the crew before we continue along. Alright, we'll do that next time. Alright. See you on the other side.